Hello and welcome, we are back with even more Dragon Quest Monster Joker 2. I have done a lot of off-screening to get to the point that I'm at because it's just been a lot of boring farming and catching and something that, I haven't really progressed through the storyline at all. But it has all been for a big good purpose, and I'll show you where we are at the moment. So our team at the moment is a orc who I made out of a Powie Yowie and a Hyper Hyedra, and you can see all the things that I used to make into it as well. And see above the family tree there's a D+5. Now that means that there have been 5 synthesizations at least to get this monster. If you synth 2 monsters together, the result monster will have a +1. And then if you fuse it with another monster, whichever monster has the highest plus number will have 1 added onto that. So if you mix a +5 with a +1, your result will be +6 for sure, not +2. And if you have a +5 and a +3, the result will be 6, not 8, or not 4. So yeah, that's how the pluses work, and it doesn't really have any significance. It just shows how many synths have gone through to result in that monster. Okay, so that's one of them, and then we also have here a Snapdragon, who is actually quite weak, yet I wanted him to be able to create the next monster that I'm hoping to get, which is called a Green Dragon, who is a monster that takes up 2 slots, which is a whole other thing that we haven't even touched upon yet. And then we've got a Brownie, which is the next sort of step from a Hammerhood. The reason I got this monster is because it has Psycho, which is a trait I believe I've explained earlier, so I needed him for catching purposes. Okay, so I need to get all of these guys to level 10 to show you what I have been really working for. Because the monsters I have now isn't the main reason I've been doing so much off-screening. It's actually to get a whole different 2 monsters. So yeah, all of these monsters here are all D ranks, except for Snapdragon. Like Orcs are D rank, and Brownies are D rank. As I've explained before, F is the worst, and then A is the best, but then it actually does go a bit further. It goes into S and X, which aren't necessarily better, but they're a higher tier. But then again, that goes to say with all the monsters. Doesn't necessarily mean they're better. Okay, so yeah, the Snapdragon can equip the whip, meaning that he can attack everyone at once, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, the Snapdragon's leveling speed is extremely slow and painful. Okay. I'm just going to keep going between Trepidation and Doubt back to fight Metal Slimes to level up quickly. Unfortunately, these guys almost always flee. Makes for a quite annoying experience. But then sometimes they'll do that, which is really good. But if you don't kill them in the time that they do that, you're probably not going to get them. Oh, I got really lucky. Decided to use Frizz instead of fleeing, so if I don't get him now, I'm going to be really mad. Perfect. Okay, I really want to get Snapdragon to level 10, but for now I think I'll worry about the other 2. Okay, cool. So now I've got his attacks boost maxed, so the next time that I evolve Synth, this guy, he'll pass on attack boost 2 as well as attack boost 1, which is the same as attack boost 1, except the stats that you receive out of it are a lot better. Okay, just gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna swap around what monsters I'm using though. I'm going to use the Saber Cub because it hits twice, which makes it a lot easier for trying to kill these metal slimes. Of course, he instantly ran away. Kind of expected it, to be honest. And he's level 10, so I don't even need to do that for him anymore. I suppose, yeah, I can go get one of the monsters I was working for now. I was going to get them both at once, but I suppose this will be alright as well. It shouldn't really matter. Guess it'll stretch out the excitement. Okay, talk to Dr. Lump and mix my... what the oh, that guy wasn't all the way, damn it. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, never mind that. I'm just going to have to swap out one Saber Cat with another. So what I've done with these guys is, they're E+2 because I've mixed 2 of them together and then mixed another one with the one that was a result of 2 to just result in a stronger Saber Cat. So these guys would be a lot stronger than your average one. Because that's kind of the whole point of synthing, other than to get new monsters into, is to increase the stats of the ones that you currently have. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but there is some complex equation that calculates the levels that each of your, the stat boosts that your result monster will have depending on what the parents had. The good thing about Tree Predation is if that one does see you and runs away, there's another one at the bottom of here that you can go get. But the thing is with most areas, if there's 2 metal slimes in the same area, if you attack one of them, the other one will disappear. But yeah, luckily if that first one gets away from you, you can just go get this one. I'm pretty sure there's actually 2 in Doubtback as well. Okay, so we got lucky and we got him by surprise, so but still only one of our 4 attacks hit, and I bet he's gonna flee. Oh no. Freeze. We got really lucky there. Sick. Okay, that's one more level for this guy. I think I'll just leave that. He doesn't have enough. He won't end up with enough points to fully max out any of his skills anyway. And he only really has agility boost, which honestly not that interested in. It's kind of funny. I've been my rate for actually killing the metal slimes has been better in Tree Predation, yet they're more likely to run when they're by themselves in battle, and in Doubtback, they're not by themselves. So that's kind of interesting. But I guess I never get them by surprise here, which is probably the main reason as to why I'm not getting them. Yeah, I can't see that coming. I might get lucky here. Yep, I knew it would happen, since we got one hit off, but we didn't actually fully kill it. That's generally how it goes. I think I might unequip the whip from the Snapdragon, because I'm pretty sure it reduces the chance of him actually hitting his give me a second. His attacks on the metal slimes. Okay, so where's the sledgehammer? That guy does. Wait, no, he doesn't. He does. I'll give him the woodcutter's axe, which will actually make him even stronger. And give him... Okay. Give him the sledgehammer, there we go. That's better. I might want to heal Draki, otherwise he's gonna die. Okay, we're good. It's always good to have a healer. The Orc actually has Health Professional, which I have explained before, but in case you forgot, it improves the efficiency of healing based on how much mana it uses and how much it actually heals by. Improves it by quite a bit, so yeah, it's quite good. I'm wondering if we got the surprise on him. Hoping. Yes, we did. I like our chances a little bit better now. Come on, Snapdragon. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he got to level 10. I'll have a look at the Draki's levels just before I decide to go back yet or not. They're both level 9. If we killed one more of them, they'd both be able to get to level 10. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is for now. I won't go back just yet. If we get all this done in time, we may be able to unlock the next area before we end the episode, depending on how long this episode's going to be. Yeah, somehow I didn't really expect to get the surprise off on him. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming too. That sucks. See, that's incredible damage for a ordinary level 10 Saber Cat. That's like really good. Trepidation. Last one. I reckon we can do it. If we get behind them, we will. That's what I think. Oh, it's raining. I don't know if I've showcased the weather yet. If an area has bad weather, basically what happens is the monsters able to be found there change. So that's why you see these weird frog things. So they only appear in Trepidation if it's raining. And why there was those ugly snail-looking things at the Doubtback. Now he's gonna run. He didn't run. Cool. Very happy about that. It's good that he killed him, because that means, yeah, Saber Cat can worry about killing the frog face. Okay, cool. Now we can go get our monsters. Zoom back to the Albatross. Also, sometimes when it's raining, certain parts of the terrain may change, allowing access to new areas. which in turn even more monsters that you could find and potentially scout. Okay, Dr. Lump. Let's get me some monsters. Okay, so first up, Dracky. So this is what is called a quadrilineal synthesis, where the grandparents of the monster is what determines the resulting monster. So if I mix these two together, the grandparents will be 4 Drackies, and that is the requirement of making the Great Dracky. Any monster, no matter what it is, if it has 4 grandparents being Drackies, you'll get the Great Dracky. But just mixing 2 Drackies together normally will not get you a Great Dracky. It'll just get you a normal Dracky. Bang and crack. Duck. Okay, yeah, I actually did pick what I want without paying attention. I'm gonna call him Dracula. Because, you know, I'm creative. And then, an even cooler monster, the Great Saber Cub, becomes the Great Saber Cat. Now this is the same story as the Dracky. The grandparents is what determines the result. Now, unfortunately, the downside to this monster is that it has a trait, a trait called Foot Dragger, which means that once in a while, there's a slim chance that it'll have a move where it just does nothing. That's literally all the Foot Dragger is. So it is annoying, but it's worth the strength that he has. Okay. Yeah. I'm just seeing what these guys can be made into. A slime stack, that's actually a pretty good monster. I think Simba might become a slime stack unless I can find something better. Yep, he's gonna become a slime stack for sure. And Dracky will become... Oh, he also wants to become a slime stack, that's interesting. I'll probably make him a merman by mixing him with the orc. I think that's the most likely. Okay. One last thing to do before we go unlock the next area. That being, I want to get my Dragon Thorn, or Snapdragon I think it's called actually, which is that floaty thing that had the whip equipped with it before. I want to get it to level 10 so I can synthesize it into a certain monster. But I kind of forgot about something else I wanted to do, which is get some new weapons. I have so much money just from farming monsters. I want one for Dracula, Divine Dagger, so that's 34, 37. Yep, 37 Pitchfork. Equipped for Dracula. Okay, now Simba can use axes and claws. 56. And that's 57. That's 59. Yeah, because axe is the one. Okay, that'll do us for now. Now that I have Simba, it's going to be a lot easier to get Metal Slime, simply because he can attack 3 times. Okay, so let's go to Trepidation. hoping to get the sneak. Also, Simba has a trait called, I'm not sure what it's called, but basically it just allows him to go first every time. There we go, straight away, got him right off the bat. Okay, so apparently the Great Draki's faster at leveling up. That's interesting. This should be pretty easy to get him up to a decent level. I'm thinking maybe level 9 to 10, somewhere around that range. I mean, that'll be easily enough to take out the things I have to get to the next area. But I'd just like to be that level anyway. See, there it is, Foot Dragger. The Great Draki is a very intimidating monster, isn't it? It's quite large. Yeah, and we've also got a giant saber cat here. I'm sure that's very intimidating too. That's some good experience. Ooh. That's some nice stat games for Simba. Draki's not so much. Yeah, see, this is why I don't like Snapdragon. His HP's gone up great, but everything else is... ugh. Not so good. I'm just looking at the stat differences. Dracula's agility is actually higher, but it doesn't matter because of Simba's speed ability thing. His wisdom and defense. Oh no, wisdom's better, defense worse. He's got better MP as well. Okay, he has a lot of points. I'm not going to spend any of his just yet, but I think I'm going to put a bunch of points into Bankrak. I'm not going to bother getting agility boost for him. That'd be kind of stupid, to be honest. I think it's getting pretty dark. It might be nighttime soon. Which also changes what monsters can be found and such. Nope, wrong one. Okay, go different way. Let's see how strong Snapdragon is, so yeah. Actually, that's better than I thought he'd do. I think I might just go take that heal thing because I imagine that they've got a very low percentage of their overall health by this point. Yeah. Let's get this. I think I'll probably kill 2 more metal slimes. Actually, I really just want to get, what's his face, level 10, so I can synth him into that monster. That one specific monster that I have yet not revealed. Oh, thanks for that, Draki. I meant metal slime. So he's running away. That's fantastic. Okay, only 1 more level for Snapdragon. I kind of wish that if you didn't quite, like, even if you initiated a battle with the metal slime, that if you didn't actually manage to kill it, then the other one wouldn't disappear. I think that'd be pretty fair. It's a bit ridiculous that even if you don't get it in the end, that it still disappears. Now, yes, I knew that night was coming because it was getting quite a bit dimmer. But this is actually not going to be that bad because there is a whole new enemy I can face when it becomes nighttime. I don't know if I can while it's raining though. I might have to get rid of the rain. Yeah, I do. So basically, the best way to make sure weather's going to change like it changes randomly on its own, just by zooming around different places. Basically, you just go to the world map and see how that's still flashing. But if I go to the Albatross and then go back to the world map, it'll probably will have changed. Yep. So almost every time you go to the world map, the weather conditions around the map will change. This has been a long episode, a lot longer than I imagined. We probably won't get to the next area this episode, but hopefully we'll get the last monster for the team for this area. That's what I'm really hoping for here. So this is where I've been getting a lot of my experience, just fighting this saber cat here. I haven't bothered trying to catch him because there is no way I'd be able to. He is much. Oh wow! So I got Foot Dragger twice in a row. That's not exactly fair. But hey, I don't really expect it to be fair. Oh shit. He's gonna go attack the fucking slime now, I betcha. Yep, called it. That did some decent damage. I'm gonna get him to use Bomb Slash, because that way he won't waste as much MP. And I'll use that on him. Just so he doesn't die if the saber cat decides to attack him. There we go, finally got an attack off. Oh jeez, that was close. Huh. Didn't do any damage, but still killed him. These guys aren't as strong as I'd hoped they'd be. Nowhere near as strong as I'd hoped they'd be. But that's alright. He's alright, but he is really weak. But then again, they are just kind of backup members. These guys are a hell of a lot more powerful. If you look at their stats right now, that's like insane strength. So I think I might just swap these guys out for now. And I'll just leave them in the back. I really just wanted them to show off the quadrilineal synthesis. Okay. Enemies are taking less prize. Alpha slash. Yeah, should be pretty easy. Shit. So that's perfect because now I can just sort these guys out and they get all the XP for it. Didn't even have to worry about the big guy. Wow, I can't believe Snapdragon didn't even level up from that. 11 skill points, eh? Oh, sick, finished off banging crack. One more of that should do the trick. Well, is this... Oh, okay, cool, the healer thing is here. We'll try and fight him again, I reckon we can do it. But apparently he wasn't there that time. So yeah, for this guy, when he spawns, he won't always be there. So if it's just the 3 Great Saber Cubs sitting around a circle, you just walk backwards and walk back in. It might change. If it doesn't, then do it again. Just keep doing that till it changes. Crackle uses less and it did plenty of damage last time, so I think I'll stick with that for now. Yep, that was nice. Nice damage. Medicinal herb. So I'll see how much burning does. Should be a decent bit. Yeah, I kind of expected him to use Foot Grinder just because my luck's pretty bad. Anyways, that should do some really nice damage. Okay, perfect. That attack burst for Simba was pretty good. And now he's got 54 points to put in nothing. Okay, the Snapdragon got to the level I was hoping for, so that's good. So let's go back to the Albatross and get us a certain monster that you will soon know what it is. That made no sense. Made a lot more sense in my head, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Monster number 1, Spitnik. Monster number 2. Oh, right. So yeah, Spitnik, if you see next to his name up in the middle, there's that little green circle with the plus over the minus. That means he's a neutral monster, which means he can be put on either side, so he can be a negative or a positive, just whichever one you need. Here we go, Green Dragon. So this is a 2-space monster, which is really awesome. Also, 4-space monsters get more skill points and can also pick more skill sets. Shit. I go with Frizz Whoosh. I'm thinking about getting Uber Mage, but it's a little while away. Yeah, Frizz Whoosh will do. And here we are, our Green Dragon. Now, I think these guys just look absolutely amazing. One of my favorite monsters, out of like the sort of normalish ones, like the earlier game ones. I'm gonna call him Natsu for any of those. To any of you who get that, bravo for you. Because Natsu is amazing in this game and outside of this game. Now, I'm pretty sure he can only equip Razor Claws. Well, I mean just claws in general. In terms of a weapon. And swords, okay. Am I giving a Divine Dagger? Who's using it? The Orc is, okay. Yeah, there we go. That works. Oh, I'll give the Orc the Sledgehammer. Now they've all got their strongest. Okay, awesome. Now, just looking at the stats of these guys, yeah. His attack's really lacking, but at least his wisdom's decent. Okay, this has been a really long episode, so I think it's a good time to end it. I hope you learnt a lot and enjoyed this episode of Dragon Quest Monster Joker 2. Bye.